trusted news source. This is Channel 8 News Midday.
We begin this midday with breaking news now. The man accused of assaulting an officer at Arby's this week is facing a new citation. Lincoln police say Joseph Bertolino assaulted a corrections officer in the Lancaster County Jail. He's behind bars after LPD says he attacked an officer in an Arby's bathroom back on Tuesday night, sending that officer to the hospital. And now authorities say yesterday, while staff was trying to get him back into his cell, he resisted, causing a fight. They say Bertolino grabbed one of the corrections officer's self-defense devices and hit him in the head. It's not clear yet what kind of device that is, but LPD tells us the officer has minor injuries to his head and his elbow. Bertolino is now being cited for second-degree assault on an officer. And now to some big changes in Medicaid that are developing now in Nebraska. We are the first state to implement new work requirements, and the move is grabbing national headlines this morning, from the Associated Press to Politico to medical publications. The new requirements are now in effect, and the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services is beginning the process of reviewing them today. Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on this Friday. I'm Mackenzie Johnson. These changes will impact millions of people who use Medicaid, and they were approved with the passing of the One Big Beautiful Bill last year. Many states are working out the kinks before making them official, and Nebraska is the first to do just that. Now, in order to stay qualified for Medicaid, Nebraskans are now required to do one of these four things for at least 80 hours a month. They can work, attend school or an apprenticeship, participate in a work program, or volunteer. The DHHS is keeping people up to date with a special website with plenty of information about these changes. And they're also sending out these letters you see here on your screen to anyone who uses Medicaid right now. This applies to people who are between the ages of 19 and 64 and are not eligible for Medicare. Nebraska Appleseed has been critical of this move by the governor, and they're sending out their own reminders this morning. They say only people with Medicaid expansion will need to fulfill those work requirements. That's for people who make up to $22,000 a year. We're reaching out to the DHHS today, and we're going to ask about how they're going to review applications for exemptions of these requirements. Let's get a check of our midday weather now on Friday. Let's start by taking a look outside with our Allo Communications camera. Right now, it's looking pretty clear. Not a whole lot going on. Looks like it's 11:02 and it's 50 degrees outside. Not too terrible, but how much is it going to be warming up today? Let's ask meteorologist Houston Hall. Houston?
Correct, yes. From the time that you said it's 50 degrees, we warmed up 5 degrees. Can you believe that? That's 5 degrees in about 20 seconds. It's 55.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah, it's 55 here in Lincoln right now. One of the warmer spots, and you can see Omaha's at 52. The rest of like Omaha, York, they're struggling to reach us, staying in the upper 40s. We are one of the top 3 warmest temperatures. Hebron, Beatrice, looks like Falls City's at 58. And then if you go out towards the west, 56 in North Platte. So we're hanging in there. We are definitely the warmer spot. We had a weak cold front, and that's bringing us these winds, about 10, 15, 20 miles per hour, gusts to near 25, 30 miles per hour. Check out this little cold front just moved through, and that is exactly why we got those north winds currently. And then off towards Iowa, you can see a cumulus field developing. That's due to a little surface trough. Even out towards the west, a little bit of cumulus clouds. Well, for the rest of today, we won't be warming up too much. Maybe I would say about 8 degrees, 63 is what I think we will get at. And then into the weekend, it looks very nice, but it looks dry. I'll show you our next precipitation chance, maybe going into next week in a few.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much, Houston. Now to the war in Iran. Today marks an important deadline for the Trump administration. It's the final day to get approval from Congress if he wants to continue operations. It's the War Powers Resolution, but the Trump administration is indicating they might not seek approval. ABC's Olivia Rubin has the details.
Today, the clock on the Iran war hitting 60 days, a key deadline for the Trump administration. By law, the administration must get congressional approval to continue the fighting, but now signaling they don't think it applies.
We are in a ceasefire right now, which our understanding means the 60-day clock pauses or stops in a ceasefire.
But Republican Senator Susan Collins saying clearly, quote, the president's authority as commander-in-chief is not without limits, adding, That deadline is not a suggestion, it is a requirement. President Trump briefed yesterday by a top military leader on options for Iran.
Iran is proving to be very stubborn. The talks seem like they are stalled. Are you getting antsy to break the ceasefire?
I mean, I don't know what stubborn is because really nobody knows what the talks are except myself and a couple of other people.
But a new ABC News Washington Post Ipsos poll showing the war does not have the support of the majority of the American people. 61% saying it was a mistake.
And today, Iranian state media reporting Iran gave an updated peace proposal to mediator Pakistan last night. Trump, though, earlier this week said he rejected an Iranian proposal because it kicked nuclear talks down the line. Olivia Rubin, ABC News, Washington.
Happening today, it's the deadline for you to register if you want to vote in the May 12th primary. The city is preparing for the election now less than 2 weeks away. And ahead of big midterms this November, you have until 6 o'clock tonight to register to vote in person at your county election commission office. Well, local school districts at Norris and Waverly are also taking this time to remind people to register. It's because both schools are asking people to vote in favor of some pretty big bond issues. And Waverly, they're hoping a more than $60 million bond will help them secure their school entrances, which they say are outdated.
I have to answer and unlock it from here and then try to make it around out to the front office and catch whoever came in the door before they go whatever way they want to go, because there's no way of stopping them from just heading down the hallway.
The bond money would also be used to renovate classrooms and enhance facilities for students with disabilities. We've done several stories on this bond and on the Norris bond issue. You can find some more information on both of those at our website, klkntv.com. New developments now. A wave of optimism is flowing for people impacted by Project O Street.
We're partying on a highway. That's really cool.
The city hosting a big block party to encourage Lincolnites to support businesses on O Street that are maybe seeing a dip in sales during this big construction project. The city is accelerating the multi-million-dollar plan, but even so, it's still going to take some time, and it's going to impact a lot of businesses that have become Lincoln staples. Channel 8's Jake Coleman spoke to a few of them during this party on how they plan on handling the construction until it wraps up next year. Jake?
Party on O Street Thursday night. The city hosting a free block party in downtown Lincoln while O Street continues undergoing construction. Featuring live music, vendors, and more. But local businesses are grateful for the city giving back, stating it's tough being impacted by the construction.
When I heard about the construction, I was a little concerned just because, it kind of blocks off our flow of traffic of things. But now that I've heard that we're doing, block parties and things like that, it just, gives a new life to kind of downtown O Street, it feels like, and maybe start something new.
It's cool to see that the city cares about us. There's a lot of, this project O Street is changing quite a bit of stuff up.
Community members and influencers like Keenan Eats says this is a great idea for people to explore O Street like never before.
There's a lot of people who are here right now who probably haven't been to O Street in quite some time, let alone being on it. I think this is the first time I've ever experienced having O Street closed down. We're partying on a highway. That's really cool.
And there's still plenty of work to be done before this project is complete. But businesses in the area say they're looking forward to the new look on O Street, and this part of town deserves it.
Nice to see down here being represented. I definitely think we deserve it.
This Project O Street thing is something that has to happen, and, we just kind of have to work through it, and it's nice to know that we have the city's support to, be able to do things like this.
Reporting in Lincoln, Jay Coleman, Channel 8 News.
Coming up right after the break, a local road is getting some major upgrades. Why this work is bringing a sigh of relief for the community. We'll be right back.
Help deliver critical weather updates with the Now Local News app. Scan the QR code on your screen to download the app and share photos and videos of changing conditions.
The country are scrambling to fill thousands of vacant positions. With the persistent national teacher shortage, some districts are getting creative and asking retired teachers to return to the classroom. ABC's Rena Roy shares what educators and experts think of this solution.
When most parents drop their kids off at school, one of the last things they worry about is whether or not there are enough teachers. But in the last decade, aided by challenges from the COVID-19 pandemic, the number of unfilled teaching positions has skyrocketed more than 6 times, with the Learning Policy Institute reporting at least 411,000 teaching positions in public schools left vacant or filled by unqualified teachers in 2024.
We've just seen a decline in the number of candidates coming out of your traditional teacher prep programs.
Senior researcher Susan Kemper-Patrick says that the larger class sizes and underqualified instructors have a negative impact on students.
There's a growing understanding that teachers are kind of the critical in-school factor that influences students' learning. I mean, anyone who's had a really great or in some cases a really terrible teacher kind of can feel that, right?
One idea gaining a lot of attention lately, asking retired teachers to return to work. Several states are introducing laws that incentivize retired teachers to return without jeopardizing their retirement benefits.
We will pay you your full salary. We will pay you an additional $7,500.
Along with incentives for retired teachers, Superintendent Dr. Major Warner Jr. says their Future Educators Academy Teachers for Tomorrow program allows high school students to graduate with a 2-year associate's degree.
You have the potential to have graduated with all of what you need to step into one of our classrooms.
But Kemper-Patrick says it's likely going to take more than just a short-term stopgap to solve this issue.
The biggest solution is keeping people in the profession for longer.
That was probably one of the toughest decisions that I've ever had to make.
Jasmine Elliott, who quit her job as a teacher of 14 years in Indianapolis, says she would only consider a return to the classroom if districts provide teachers with higher pay and better resources.
I just want to say, the teacher shortage isn't about teachers failing students. It's about a system failing teachers. And so until that changes, students will continue to pay the price.
Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Now, for your Storm Alert Team forecast with meteorologist Houston Hall.
Taking a look at temperatures across the U.S., 40s and 50s and 60s. And then the only 70s and, 80s down here towards Tampa at 83 degrees and Phoenix, 74. Texas is one of the cool spots today, that's for sure. We're actually one of the semi-warmer spots. Take a look at the jet stream. This is the way the weather pattern kind of flows, all right? So we're having some north winds today, all right? And that's all flowing towards the east. Now notice down here, we're going to just have a west to east movement. That's exactly the rain. And that's why Texas is cooler right now. There's our little north wind, and it's just going to be moving off towards the east. So a little separation from these two systems. But the rainfall is currently off into parts of Texas. I'll show you the wide view on what's going to happen here as we go into really the next few days. That system moves off towards the east all the way through this weekend. Quiet across the U.S. We're going through Sunday. We're going through Monday. This is going to be Monday afternoon. That's right. We just went through the whole weekend. No big systems whatsoever. It looks like the whole U.S. can enjoy a very nice weekend for once. But here's Monday afternoon. This is going to be our little next cold front that approaches us. And that's going to be off to a little system off towards parts of Manitoba. But you can see there's going to be a line of showers and thunderstorms. It's just going to try to edge right here, going off towards the Rockies. Now that's going to drip down towards the south, go into the southeast parts of the U.S. Maybe a second little system right there going into your Wednesday. But weather-wise, if anything, there's going to be some severe weather down here towards the southeast going into Tuesday and Wednesday. Closer look at that. Here's this afternoon. Pleasant temperatures already. We're just going to have those north winds this evening. Any plans? 50s, 40s. And then we're going to be dropping in temperatures for your Saturday morning. It's going to be cold. 20s, 30s, no cloud cover. That means it's just going to be widespread frost. And, going through the afternoon, nothing. Sunshine, a little bit of clouds. This is going to be your Sunday morning. A little bit of upper level cloud cover. Temperatures starting off in the 50s on Sunday morning. That's very nice. Let's go through Sunday afternoon. Temperatures in the 70s. And then there's our little maybe precipitation. After all of these 48 hours, it's going to be out towards where they need it the most. Cherry County off towards the west, a little shower and thunderstorm. And that will be sort of ahead of that cold front as we go into Monday. Right now, lots of green out there. It's 55, feels like 55, dew point at 31. Pretty dry, so it's going to be easy to warm on up here in the next few hours. 50 in Ord, Broken Bow, we are the warmer spots down here towards the south and east. 57 down in Beatrice, and 52 up in Omaha. And there's those winds right here. North 15 to 20 miles per hour, gusts to near 30 miles per hour. Now, why is that, you may ask? Okay, look at this. We got some cumulus development here, and that's all going to be due to this little cold front that just blasted on through. That's going to be bringing us those breezy north winds. Another cumulus field developing off towards our east. There's another look at the rain. Hate to put that in our face. I'll take that out next time. All right, well, the temperatures for the rest of this afternoon and evening in the 60s, and then we're going to be dropping. Tonight, I got us at 30. It's going to be mostly clear. It's going to be colder than this morning. Our average is 45, 15 below that in the state, 20s, lower 30s. We warm up going into Sunday, Monday. We are going to be the warmest in the 80s before that cold front could hopefully bring us some precipitation. I just checked some newer models, and it looks all right and a little promising for our southern counties, I should say. Getting closer to Mother's Day, we stay in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, not looking too bad at all for Mother's Day. Hopefully it'll stay sunny and not rainy. Thank you so much, Houston. Coming up, a blessing and a curse. How Nebraska farmers and consumers are reacting to the advancement of a new farm bill that's headed to the Senate. Stick with us.
Fixing your car's air conditioning.
Developing now, President Donald Trump signing a bill to end the partial government shutdown, but the fight isn't over yet.
This will relieve pressure from the Department of Homeland Security. Secretary Mullen, who I've spoken to in the last couple of hours, will be greatly relieved. The president will, the administration will.
Keep in mind, the passed bill doesn't fund ICE or parts of Customs and Border Protection. That's all still being worked out. However, it does pay key positions like TSA workers and the Coast Guard. This comes as the U.S. Senate is now in control of a new farm bill after it passed in the House. It's drawing both praise and criticism from farmers and families. Meg West has a full breakdown on why it's important.
Listen, this bill definitely hits close to home. Lawmakers are proposing different changes to these bills that would directly affect farmers and ranchers here in Nebraska, and there's a lot at stake. Supporters of the bill say it accomplishes three major goals. First, promoting food security, making sure Americans have access to high-quality, affordable food. Second, the economy. The food and ag industry supports more than 24 million U.S. jobs, and in 2024, the economic impact of the ag supply chain was nearly $10 trillion, or 1/3 of the economy. And lastly, enhancing stewardship, investing in ag research and conservation programs. Some opponents say the bill misses the mark when it comes to food assistance. The group Nebraska for Us says they are deeply disappointed that Nebraska lawmakers voted to advance the bill without reversing cuts made to the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, saying more and more families can't afford the rising cost of groceries. Representative Don Bacon voted to pass the bill and says it provides certainty for everyone.
A new farm bill means certainty for farmers, ranchers, and everyone else. Certainty about being around for next year's planting season. Certainty about affording to feed your family. Certainty about Americans being able to feed Americans. And at the end of the day, you can't talk about affordability without talking about food. And you can't talk about food without talking about the farm bill.
As the bill stands now, 72% of the projected spending goes to SNAP, the largest part of the bill by a landslide, with crop insurance and price loss coverage coming in as the next biggest spend categories. And even though it passed the House, the Senate still needs to take it up, which it's expected to encounter a little bit of tension there and maybe some changes made. So the bill as it stands now could definitely look different before it hits law. In the newsroom, Meg West, Channel 8 News.
All right, thanks, Meg. Still ahead at midday, a heavy price tag at the pump. We'll take a look at what you could be paying for gas heading into the weekend. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. Gas prices are making a new and record-breaking jump as the war in Iran drags on. Overnight, prices rising by about 9 cents. That's the biggest one-day spike in the last 6 weeks. That jump brings the national average to $4.39 per gallon of regular gas. ABC's Armando Garcia has more on what we can expect when we go to the pump.
Overnight, gas prices soaring across the country.
I've never paid this much for gas in my entire life.
In the past 24 hours, gas prices spiking another 11 cents, bringing the national average to $4.41 for a regular gallon, up almost $1.50 since the start of the war in Iran. In California, gas averaging just over $6 a gallon.
It's kind of shocking at this point how much we're paying for this.
Diesel also nearing all-time highs, putting pressure on the nation's shipping, farming, and manufacturing industries, and translating into higher prices at the checkout counter. Jessica Woods co-owns a grocery store in Washington, D.C., and says she's forced to raise prices because fuel surcharges on food deliveries cost more.
Ultimately, if we're going to keep the lights on, we do have to charge as much as we pay.
It's just math.
Yeah, exactly.
Moody's Analytics saying the average household will pay $1,300 extra in gas and diesel over a year if oil stays at the current levels. An ABC News Washington Post Ipsos poll finding 44% of Americans say they've had to cut back on driving because of higher gas prices.
If the Strait of Hormuz remains at a virtual standstill past Memorial Day, Gas Buddy expects prices could surpass the all-time high of $5 a gallon. Armando Garcia, ABC News, New York.
Well, let's go ahead now and take a live look outside through our ABC Seamless camera over by 48th and Cornhusker Highway. Looks like maybe we're at 54. Who knows? It's 11:30, but earlier it was a little bit too cold for what we were. I wonder what our weekend's going to look like. Let's see if 54 is accurate. Here's meteorologist Houston Hall. What do you think, Houston?
I think you're still off.
A little bit chilly. It's a little bit warmer than 54, I hope.
It is. I think, if anything, if we got the newest update, we might be at 56, maybe 57 degrees.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, we'll have to work on that, though.
Yeah, we'll have to see if we can get all fixed, but...
Oh, yeah, no, don't you even worry. It's all good. But Beatrice right now is one of the warmer spots. Look at that beautiful day. Can't see the trees. Yeah, they seem pretty chill down there. But no rain. We could definitely use some. I'm about to get the water hose out. Sprinklers or something. 55, there it is, right there in Lincoln. So I have not changed from about 15 minutes ago. Beatrice has 57. They are one of the warmest spots, tied with Ogallala and North Platte, 56. Upper 40s further off towards the north, and that is because of a little weak cold front, which is bringing us, of course, eastern Nebraska, a little bit of a north wind, 15 to 20 miles per hour with gusts to near 30. And that's going to be the story for the rest of this afternoon. You can see that cold front, which just ejected from the north. Maybe a little bit of cloud cover with a sprinkler or two just near Columbus going towards Grand Island. Temperature-wise, we're just going to be staying pretty chilly. Warm up 5 degrees, and then we're going to get cold overnight tonight. So if you had any plans, well, I'll show you this whole weekend forecast in a few.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much, Houston. In some new details, we're getting a better idea of what happens after a wildfire tears through Nebraska. After damage is left behind, that's when the Burned Area Emergency Response Team comes in. They help focus on stabilizing the landscape and communities that are recovering from the dangerous fires. Now you can see here some pictures of the Bear team. They're assessing the Anderson Bridge and Road 203 fires from just like, I think that was last month, looking at all the damage out there. They hope their research can protect people and wildlife from future disasters. Right now, anticipation and concern over an approved poultry facility in Gage County. Many are speaking up against the business, looking to expand its operations near Cortland. Channel 8's Danielle De Silva talked to the owner of the facility and a commissioner who's against the project. Danielle.
Emily Haxby is the VP supervisor for Gage County and a fifth-generation farmer. She says odors go hand in hand with raising livestock and hope to get a tree-lined barrier around a poultry center coming to Gage County. She points to scientific studies suggesting these barriers reduce odors up to 16%.
Planting trees as a shelter belt is a very minimal cost, a very minimal responsibility, or something that we can do that has a great impact on the community.
She says although these barriers aren't mandated in Gage County like it is in Lancaster County, the community wants one up. Haxby says putting up one could help the future of farming, adding that being a good neighbor is part of the farming values.
I like to see people trying to be that respectable person, that good neighbor, because it really does make the next applicant that comes in, it makes that a little bit easier, because those people that have a good experience then talk to their neighbors about that good experience, and it just kind of travels better that way.
Ash Road Poultry LLC currently raises free-range chickens for the company Smart Chickens. They have 10 barns up already and plan to add 8 more. With an approved permit, the facility is good to go, but some community members worry it could diminish the appeal to the area.
3 weeks ago, my wife and I had to wake up about 2:15 in the morning and shut our windows because the smell was so bad.
Also,
and who wants to buy a property that has, smell all the time from chicken houses of 18 barns.
Roy Mulder is a farmer and livestock producer for Smart Chickens. He says he learned of the community's concerns at town meetings, but it hasn't impacted his decision on the tree barrier.
We do not want to do anything that would encourage predators that would kill the chickens. Chickens have no defense mechanism other than to sit down and wait for the disaster to happen.
Mulder adds they will have some walls, but the risks aren't entirely gone.
We fence our range areas with a fence to keep them out, but that does not help from an aerial attack.
Danielle De Silva for Channel 8 News.
Well, Husker baseball is back on the road today, hoping to solidify their postseason standing. The team leaving Lincoln and arriving in Columbus, Ohio late last night. Now here's some video of the squad getting a little bit of work in as they're landing there. Nebraska is currently set to host an NCAA regional, but their room for error is slim, especially against an average Ohio State team. It's already been an exciting week for the Big Red, rallying to defeat Kansas State on Tuesday. Carson Yasa is now your Friday night starter for the Huskers. It's the second straight weekend that head coach Will Bolt is shaking up the rotation. First pitch is set for 5 o'clock tonight. We're going to be following this weekend's action on our Now Local News app. And tonight, one of the best traditions in Nebraska, the rodeo. It's the Cornhusker College Rodeo, specifically hosted by UNL's team. It's at the Sandhills Global Event Center for the next 2 nights. Some exciting stuff. They put out a hype video being shared by the UNL Rodeo team. Former Husker volleyball coach John Cook is expected to be in attendance for the massive event in Northeast Lincoln. It's also a chance for athletes to qualify for the College National Finals Rodeo next month. Both nights. This is going to begin at 7 o'clock. Let us know if you're going to be there. You can send in a video on our Now Local News app. Husker softball is eyeing a Big Ten title this weekend and can clinch at least a share of it as soon as tonight. These are the current Big Ten standings heading into a full slate of games this weekend. You can see Nebraska's at the top right now, but let's take a closer look at the top 3 teams. Nebraska can clinch a share of the regular season conference championship tonight if they get a win over Penn State and if Oregon defeats UCLA. The Huskers are already at Penn State getting some work in before tonight's game. All 3 of Nebraska's games this weekend are going to be on the Big Ten Network. Now, the Huskers haven't won the regular season championship since 2014. They did win the conference tournament back in 2022, not too long ago, but there's a lot on the line this weekend. First pitch for tonight's game is set for 4 o'clock this afternoon. We'll be keeping you updated on our Now Local News app all weekend long. Still to come at midday, what a possible merger between 2 large companies could bring to the table for farmers and ranchers in Nebraska. Stay with us. Authorities find the two teens suspected to be behind threats to a Seward County school. The sheriff's office believes the two were involved in TikTok videos making threats towards Centennial Public Schools in Utica. Deputies say TikTok banned the account, and the two kids are being referred to the Seward County attorney for further action.
Now, for your Storm Alert Team forecast with meteorologist Houston Hall.
I would say we have some pleasant weather, temperature-wise and wind-wise. Well, okay, maybe not the wind part of things, but meanwhile, the only precipitation is going on down here towards our south. All of Texas seeing some low-lying cloud cover and quite a bit of rain. Now, only if we could shift that a little towards the north. Well, let's see how this is going to evolve in the next coming days. Here's today. Let's go into your Saturday afternoon. That system moves off towards the east. The whole U.S. pretty quiet. Looks like a very nice Saturday across much of the United States. What about Sunday? All right, more sunshine down here, a little bit of rain scattered. Still, nothing much happening for your Sunday. Another beautiful weekend across the United States. All right, now Monday, okay, we do start to see a little bit of weather. That's going to be due to a system all the way up there, and it's going to bring a line of showers right about here. And I think the newest models want to put some rain in our southern counties, about I-80 and south. But that's going to be about Monday afternoon, Monday evening. Notice off towards the Rockies, they'll get a little bit of precipitation. That system kicks off towards the east. And then as we go into your Wednesday, maybe another little shortwave piece of energy to bring us a little bit of precipitation. Notice all that clearing on the backside of that. That's because it takes away all the moisture. You need moisture for cloud cover, and there's going to be no moisture. That's what cold fronts do, indeed. Let's take a closer look. Here's this evening. Not too bad, 50s, and then we're going to cool off quite a bit. Clear skies. We're going to be waking up tomorrow morning, running the marathon, jacket. All right, upper 20s, lower 30s, widespread frost. We warm up. We're going to be seeing whole lots of sunshine for your Saturday afternoon. Winds on the light side. A beautiful Saturday. Here's Sunday morning. We're looking at mostly sunny skies for your Sunday. All of this is just going to be some upper level clouds, waking up to temperatures in the 40s and 50s through your Sunday afternoon. Mostly sunny skies, but look at that. There's some precipitation off towards the west, maybe a rumble of thunder, a stray shower or two out towards the west Sunday night. But overall, not too good on the precipitation chance. ABC Seamless Cam, a beautiful, beautiful day. No clouds out there. We got a breeze, that's for sure. Honda Link Cam showing that. 55, dew point of 31, pretty dry out there, that is for sure. Now it is colder up towards the north in the lower 50s. Meanwhile, down here towards our south, we're seeing the mid 50s, about 55 to 56 to 57, 58 actually in Beatrice. They warmed up in the last 10 minutes. We're right in the middle, about 52, 55. North winds are only staying in eastern Nebraska, about 15 to 20 with gusts up to near 30 miles per hour. Really, I mean, these are not too bad, I gotta say. I was just outside cleaning my car and I didn't even notice it. That was very nice. Well, we got a little bit of cumulus development here out towards the west. Why do we have these winds? It's this weak cold front we're just moved on through. And plus, there's an area of low pressure here. So the closer you are to a low pressure system, the windier it's going to be, indeed. Well, for the rest of this afternoon and evening, we're looking at the lower 60s. And then notice we just drop. By 1 a.m., we're going to be in the upper 30s, lower 40s. And then by tomorrow morning, we've got us at 2 degrees below freezing at 30. Southeast Nebraska, most likely going to be seeing temperatures at or below freezing. Off towards the west, for sure, a few degrees below freezing. Our warmest day comes on Monday, and that's going to be that little cold front coming in, bringing us hopefully some rain showers and maybe a few thunderstorms. We cool down for a few days, and then we warm up going into your Mother's Day. So if you have any Mother's Day plans, we'll keep an eye on that forecast for sure.
All right, well, I can't believe it's May already, looking like some May weather. Thank you so much, Houston. Developing now, Nebraska farmers are hoping to benefit from a proposed merger between Union Pacific and Norfolk Southern. The two companies refiling their merger application. Governor Pillen says it would benefit farmers by giving them greater flexibility, and it would move ag products faster. He says that merger will provide single line service across the country and access to nearly 100 ports on the east, west, and Gulf coasts. Well, coming up, we've got a guest here with the Lead Center for Performing Arts. What shows and events on the calendar you'll want to watch out for if you want to catch a good performance. We'll be right back.
Win bird feeders, binoculars, and cash this May in the 4th annual
task. A freight truck successfully completed a 200-mile journey without a driver, becoming the first to ever do that. Now, more driverless trucks may be on the way to a road near you, but not everyone's happy about that. ABC's Andrea Fuji has more.
This morning, we've all heard about autonomous cars, but now there are autonomous trucks. For the first time, a driverless commercial truck delivered freight, completing a 230-mile route from Houston to Dallas on time. This is time-lapse video of that drive with no one in the cab. The company, Bot Auto, argues autonomous trucks are the future. Since there are no drivers, they don't face fatigue or need brakes, reducing overall costs.
We go where sometimes humans do not want to go. I-45 is very challenging. There's a lot of traffic.
Driverless trucks are only legal in some states. California is not one of them yet, but the DMV just gave the green light to test heavy-duty autonomous vehicles, including semi-trucks on California roads. This small trucking company owner supports the technology.
If you ask any truck company what their biggest problem is, it's usually the drivers, keeping them safe and keeping them out of accidents. With automated trucks, those things are easier to deal with.
The California Teamsters Union is against the move. They plan to continue pushing for good jobs and road safety, saying the DMV's decision to rush forward with driverless heavy-duty trucks is reckless.
Clearly, though, there's drawbacks. It definitely has the potential to improve goods movement, to lower costs of moving freight, but it's going to change our workforce.
Experts say these advancements mean driverless trucks could drive 24/7.
Truck company Aurora, based in California, estimates there could be 170,000 self-driving trucks on the road by 2035, representing 15% of the U.S. trucking market. Andrea Fuji, ABC News, New York.
What a nice view out there on this Friday. It's not too ice cream flavor is available today at UNL's Dairy Store. Believe it or not, what you see here is Runza flavored ice cream. You can get a pint of that sandwich flavored ice cream at both the Lincoln and Waverly locations. Runza even making a Facebook post saying, quote, "No one asked for this, but it's here. The people behind the new flavor says it'll be more accurate than you think."
We used our expertise to develop the flavor. It does have authentic Runza spice in it and some other things to make it more, taste like a Runza sandwich.
Runza says the supplies are limited at both locations starting today. Now, I already asked Houston. He said he doesn't think he's going to try it. But, Houston, I think you got to give it a go.
Yeah, I mean, I never said that. I said, my goodness, am I all of a sudden hungry?
I saw the video of it there, and it doesn't really look all that appetizing.
Oh, you know, that's where they try to get you.
Is it going to be warm enough to get some ice cream this weekend?
Maybe. Yes, indeed. Saturday and Sunday, sure thing, and Monday especially. 70s and 80s. Now tomorrow morning, if you're on a run, it's going to be cold, but then we'll be all right in the afternoon.
All right. Thank you so much, Houston. Thank you all for joining us. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you back here tonight at 5 o'clock.
From big moments to local victories, we're here for all the action. Sports stories that go beyond the scoreboard. Every team, every matchup, every night, we're on your sideline. Channel 8, bringing you Nebraska now.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. Not wondering anymore. Love, your mind.
Hi, I'm Jane Seymour. My father had had heart disease. My mother had had a stroke. It was devastating. Heart disease is America's #1 killer and the #1 killer of women. Learn more at helpheart.org.
Stay ahead of the storm with Rusty Dawkins at 4:30, 5, 6, and...
It's time for GMA 3. No end in sight, with the pain at the pump intensifying and prices up almost $1.50 a gallon since the start of the war. The growing impact beyond just filling up your car, how much it could end up costing you. 50 states in 50 weeks goes to Montana, home of the nation's first national park, Yellowstone, active geysers, and Clydesdales.
This is Equinox, the newest of the foals.
Becky Worley shows us Big Sky Country. And get ready for Runway. As The Devil Wears Prada 2 struts into theaters, we're hearing from the real-life Emily.
A million girls would kill for this job.
Who helped inspire it all. Plus, how you can bring the catwalk to your closet without the designer prices. It's time for GMA 3.
Welcome to GMA 3. Hi there, I'm Mary Bruce. Didn't mean to step on you there, Stephanie.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
Done saying along.
Thank you for ending your week with us here. Can't believe it's Friday. We made it.
We made it. I'm Rhiannon Alley. Thank you so much for being here with Stephanie Ramos. We are so glad that it's the end of the week.
Yes, we made it. Happy Friday, everyone. There is so much excitement for The Devil Wears Prada 2 movie, and celebrity stylist Brad Goreski is here to show us how we can get looks from the movie from us.
I'm just excited that the movie's finally out. I cannot wait to finally see it. And Deals and Steals is today celebrating Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month with big savings from small businesses from those communities. We have beauty, apparel, and so much more, and all at least 50% off.
We also have toothpaste, which I'm excited about.
We
love a good deal, don't we?
Absolutely.
We're going to start with surging gas prices. It's hard to find a deal there. Now higher than they've been in 4 years, and having an impact beyond just the gas station, with no end in sight to the war with Iran. Elizabeth Schulze is in Washington with the latest on these. Elizabeth, what's the latest?
Hey, Rhiannon, well, these gas prices are rising at a breakneck pace. The national average now $4.41. That's up 11 cents in 24 hours, up $1.47 now since the start of the Iran war. In California, we are seeing averages above $6 a gallon. Prices also surging in Great Lakes states like Michigan, Wisconsin, Indiana. And then you have diesel approaching all-time highs. That translates into higher costs for everything from shipping to farming to grocery prices. Moody's Analytics says when you add it all together, the typical household will pay $1,400 extra in gas and diesel if oil stays at this level for a year. And that is already forcing some households to make trade-offs. Our new ABC News Washington Post Ipsos poll finds that 44% of Americans say they cut back on their driving because of higher gas, and 42% cut other expenses. if the Strait of Hormuz stays closed through Memorial Day, Gas Buddy says it is possible that we could see prices reach that $5 a gallon all-time high that we hit back in 2022, Rhiannon.
Oh, that's not what we want to see, definitely. And you've actually found a way, though. How can we save almost 50 cents a gallon? That's quite a bit of savings.
Yeah, you mentioned deals at the top of the show. I know we are always looking for deals. So here's one way you can save some money is by filling up at a wholesale retailer. So our team looked at an example in New Jersey. As of Thursday afternoon, the national average the average in the state of New Jersey was $4.27. When we went to a Costco at a gas station in New Jersey, the price there was $3.99. That is almost 30 cents cheaper. And then if you use a Costco credit card, you're going to end up saving another 5%. So your total per gallon, $3.79, nearly 50 cents cheaper. A Costco membership, about $65. So with that kind of savings, if you're filling up once a week, that membership is going to pay off within just about 2 months, guys.
Yeah, it certainly does add up. That's a good trick there. Thank you, Elizabeth. And now switching gears to Britney Spears, formally charged following her arrest in March on suspicion of driving under the influence. Our Alex Stone is in Los Angeles with the latest. Hey, Alex.
Hey there, Mary. Good afternoon. Yeah, Britney Spears has a court date on Monday morning. Now, the prosecutors have filed a charge against her. It is a single count of misdemeanor DUI. Now, this all goes back to the night of March 4th. The California Highway Patrol saying it got 911 calls of an erratic driver. Callers said a BMW was weaving in and out of lanes and was speeding. When the Highway Patrol pulled over that BMW, they say it was Britney Spears in the driver's seat. The CHP accused her of being intoxicated with a mixture of alcohol and drugs. They took a blood sample from her that night. Since then, her team tells us she checked into a treatment program, but for weeks, prosecutors have been deciding on what the charges are going to be. And the DA tells us because it is a low-level misdemeanor charge, they're going to offer her a deal. Now, here's how that deal is going to work. If she pleads guilty, she would avoid jail, but she would get probation for 12 months and then would go to DUI classes but would not go to jail. And